making fart jokes. No, not really. This is Zanadu Comics. This is episode number 24 of Comics Should Smell Good, which is our weekly recommendation video.
And it is completely and totally serious. There are no jokes here.
Never. His face, it does not. No. No, you can. That's the best you're getting. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, we got comics for you this week. It is apparently Bendis week.
Apparently, so I've heard. He has this small title launching here, Guardians of the Galaxy #1.
Maybe you heard that there was a movie coming out? Maybe.
Starring Chris Pratt of Parks and Recreation. Andy Shelby, Star-Lord. He kind of looks like him on the cover even.
Well, I'm sure McNiven had to draw him after. But yeah, this is the start of the big cosmic epicness that Abnett and Landing kind of started a few years ago, I guess.
Well, I mean, theoretically it was Keith Giffen starting with Annihilation, and it all comes back to Keith Giffen.
Yeah, which is not a bad thing.
No, not at all.
But yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, Steve McNiven, you got Rocket Raccoon, you got Groot.
Groot, everybody loves Groot.
Everybody loves Groot. He's a tree. He's a tree, yeah. Drax, who gets, you know, stronger, the more, or the smarter the matter he gets instead of the Hulk, you know, it's kind of a reverse thing.
Oh, but yeah, I know that about him.
Drax is very cool. He's a very cool character.
I assume him as buff, green, bald guy.
You know,
that's how I distinguish him and Hulk. He's bald, so it made it really confusing when Jason Aaron had him shave his head.
Right, that was really annoying. Yeah. All right. From Dark Horse this week, we have the second Nexus Omnibus, and we talked about this before. This is one of the best comics from the independent kind of boom of the 80s, and it's one man who is judge, jury, and executioner. He takes orders from an alien named the Merc, and he's kind of crazy. He gets these insane migraines, and he's forced to go kill people to stop said migraines.
He has his own moon.
He has his own moon, Yulum. Yeah, which is really badass.
Hangs out with a big ape dude, and everyone has sweet shades. Everybody.
Super sweet shades. Yeah. No, this is, it's the Hammer that he hangs out with.
Yeah, the Hammer of God.
Yeah, yeah, Judah. Which is awesome. But yeah, and there's singing crocodiles, you know, alligators. It's fantastic sci-fi stuff. It's Steve Rude. It's Mike Barron. It's amazing.
Really? It's Steve Rude. You should be trying to get a hold of as much Steve Rude as you can.
Yeah, before he loses his house again, or whatever.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And out of Image this week, we have issue 2 of Riley Rossmo's Dia de los Muertos. Oh. Ooh. Creepy. This is number 2 of 3 of his, it's sort of an anthology book just about the Day of the Dead.
Almost
he felt like
anthology.
Doing it. Just does, I guess.
And he works so fast that he can do it.
Yeah.
He does all the art in there, and I think...
he draws like 3 stories.
Yeah, he draws
issue.
like 3 stories, and yeah, Ed Brisson, Jeff Marriott does some writing in here. But yeah, first issue was cool, it's oversized, and this one really does smell good.
Probably the best smelling comic of the week.
Yeah,
right
definitely.
Here.
Best smelling.
Right here first.
Get that, yep. Sniffings, that's right. From Marvel Comics, we have Journey into Mystery, otherwise known as Lady Sif Kills People, number 650. It's written by Catherine Immonen and Valerio Chitti. And this is absolutely one of my favorite Marvel relaunches, but Marvel has been given no support to this book. The second printing of the first issue got canceled, which is really sad, so it's been kind of hard to get into it, but it's absolutely the kind of the other side of the Thor book, where it's smart and funny and goofy, and there's pizza gods.
God of Pizza.
God of Pizza. You know, it's kind of the antithesis to the really hardcore beat the crap out of God Butcher type of thing, which is good too.
It's like, you want Norse stuff, and you love Journey into Mystery when Kieran Gillen was writing it, so you want more fun things. But then he got taken off that, so you're like, okay, I guess I read Thor now. And then it was all just people getting their heads smashed in, hung on hooks, and you're like, wow, maybe I should go back to Journey into Mystery.
Yeah.
And then it was still just people getting cut up. But it was great.
And pizza gods.
Pizza God.
Pizza God.
And out of DC Comics this week, Batman Incorporated #9, the follow-up, the actual follow-up. I know we've mentioned quite a few follow-ups to issue number 8, the shocking death of Robin, Damian Wayne.
Spoilers, dude.
Dude, we spoiled it like the last 2 weeks, each time. Come on now. This is the direct follow-up to that issue. It sees Batman dealing with Damian Wayne's murderer, who I'm not going to reveal the identity of because it's kind of really awesome and you should be reading this comic anyways because Chris Burnham is doing such an amazing job on every single aspect of the art.
Yes, especially the chins.
Especially the chins.
Absolutely. One of my favorite comics from my childhood. They took two things that were Doctor Doom and Cyberpunk, and they put them together into one comic, and then they made him the president of the country, and Warren Ellis wrote it. I was like 10. It blew my mind, you know. But yeah, this is part of the I guess kind of controversial 2099 line at this point. Marvel at a time tried to, throw all their people in the future, and they made kind of like drug addict Spider-Man and incomprehensible Ghost Rider and
I
funny.
think Ghost Rider was like a virtual reality program or something that gained sentience.
It was the 90s. Cyberpunk was awesome. It was all about hackers and like Johnny Mnemonic and stuff like that. And this is really awesome. This is all the Warren Ellis issues. It's $40, but that's a beefy amount of Warren Ellis issues. And you've got hacker henchmen. You've got, Doctor Doom carving his face into Mount Rushmore. That's a chromium cover. It's so awesome. It's so 90s. It's super cyberpunk. And it's Doctor Doom. And man.
Yeah.
I miss the 90s. I do.
And Dark Horse this week is starting off a new BPRD miniseries. It seems like there's a new one of those every week.
There was a new one last week.
Yes, there was.
But this one...
This one is written and drawn by Fabio Moon, Gabriel Ba, the twin brothers, of course, who did the art on Casanova, which I think we've been over that a few times.
Just a few, maybe.
You know what we think of Casanova.
And Day Tripper.
And Day Tripper. And this is just them being given the BPRD universe, and I guess they were just like, yeah, we want to do a book about vampires. And they're doing a book about vampires. They spend a full, 5 pages at the beginning of the book with nothing but bodies floating around in a river. 'Cause they can.
And it's interesting.
And it is beautiful.
Yeah. Also from Marvel this week, FF number 5 with more Medusa than you could shake a stick at in this issue. You've got, this is the sister book to Fantastic Four. This is Matt Fraction and Mike Allred, and this is by far the superior of the two.
Most definitely.
Most definitely. Mike Allred.
Yeah, being drawn by Mike Allred just makes you superior to anything.
Absolutely. But you've got one-eyed, crazy, future Johnny Storm flying around here.
Burning dudes' beards off.
Yeah, and then this woman tries to save this guy's beard with the Fantastic Four number, what is that, 4? Yeah. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know where. Where did she get that? Why does she have a Fantastic Four, and why is she, smacking people's beards with it? I don't know. But it's Matt Fraction, so, that kind of goes in there. And this is the appearance of Uhura, who is Black Bolt's kid, who has got a really snazzy jacket.
That is a sweet jacket.
Super snazzy jacket.
I'm kind of jealous.
I'm totally jealous.
Extremely.
Yeah. So yeah, very cool. Mike Allred. Definitely smells good.
And Image this week also has issue 4 of The Legend of Luther Strode. Do you need to say anything else?
Jack the Ripper.
Jack the Ripper.
Jack
Luther
the Ripper.
Strode.
Luther
It's
Strode.
going down this issue.
Violence. Ultra violence.
Like the fight at the end of issue 6 of Strange Talent, that's the entire miniseries basically. Right here.
Yeah.
Guts getting ripped out, people getting strangled with said guts, people getting thrown through roofs.
Yep. Luther Strode. Strode. From Image this week, the third of the standalone Fatale issues, and after the Witch Hunt-ish one last week, or last month, this is a Wild West one, which is really cool. You're getting eyeballs in jars, and very mean-looking Native Americans who probably hate white people. But yeah, this has been really great. After the second arc, Brubaker and Sean Phillips went into a series of one-shots that are going to serve to expand the Fatale universe and maybe shed some light on Josephine, who, we're all still kind of curious about where the hell she came from.
Maybe you are.
Well, I am. I read the comics.
I don't read good comics.
No, he doesn't read good comics. He's
just talk about them.
Yeah, he's just talking about them. I give him cue cards before we start.
Alright, is it time to drop the bomb? This here is East of West number 1. This will be a collector's item.
Yes.
Mark my words.
Buy 2.
by two of them. This is Jonathan Hickman and Nick Dragotta's what seems to be a pretty epic in the making.
Just from one issue, it seemed very, very epic.
There is a great deal of murder and apocalypse and future in this.
4 horsemen of the apocalypse are the main characters here. It's kind of this post-apocalyptic sci-fi western thing with, you know, one of the most amazing... It's like Nick Dragotta out of nowhere is getting colored by this guy Frank Martin.
Oh, man.
And it just adds a whole dimension to his art. I mean, he's usually known for that kind of flat, Silver Agey, you know...
He studied under Mike Allred for a while. So
yeah.
He has that sort of derivative of classic comics feel,
Yeah.
which is something you don't get a lot of the time.
No, and it works for, like, Fantastic Four, like he was doing. But this is a step up, for sure. There's eyeballs that are crawling out of your sockets, and, you know, really badass-looking, top-hatted, white-coated evil gentlemen that...
Evil cowboy horseman of the apocalypse,
Evil
essentially.
cowboy horseman of the apocalypse, absolutely. So...
We don't honestly know what all is going on in here.
They've been very tight-lipped, but it looks amazing, and, you know, it's Image, it's new #1. I mean, this might as well be
You know how
1990s.
this goes down.
Yeah.
You've seen it play out so many times
It's already
in the
out
last
of
2
print.
years.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. We got this batch, and that's about it. Alright, and for wrapping it up with the cover of the week, Hydra. Well, this is Gambit, but
that doesn't matter.
that doesn't matter. This is Hydra. Look at that. Giant, badass skull Hydra. Jonathan Hickman designed this.
Yes, he
actually, for that
Oh,
new
hey,
Secret
he designed
Wars.
this too.
Oh, hey,
Look at that!
Oh, man,
Weird.
it ties in. Huh. You'd think that maybe we were Hydra henchmen or something.
Or something. Hail Hydra!